Good afternoon. Chief Harms here today, along with Chief Mitchell, to give a little update on the district and a few things that are happening in the last couple of weeks. I think one of the big opportunities that we've had and we've talked a lot about is the operations team and the meetings that the groups have been having. We have a deployment or operations group. We have an EMS group along with the special operations. One of the other things that they're looking at are the 21 safer positions, and we've given them a goal by the July 1st when those positions come out to have a plan in place for being able to move forward.
I think our next meeting on that is May 9th, and then it's the service delivery team. I know we mentioned operations teams, but the service delivery team with those three subcommittees that are working hard. Some great ideas coming forward. Really encourage everybody's involvement at those meetings. This is our chance to work together and come up with what the future of the district looks like. But like you said, Chief, the time frame is pretty short, just based off of our current academy that's going to graduate, to figure out how we're going to deploy those 21 positions across the district.
And what this gives us is an opportunity to try things and to be able to run some pilot programs. And I know a couple of the things that have come out is about BLS ambulances. I know another one is a concept of possibly of a two-person squad. In my position and what I would, with the groups that are being able to put together, I think what it does is it gives us an opportunity to take an example of a BLS ambulance or take an example of a squad, put them in service, and then be able to take a look at the impact that they have across the district and look at things of response time, call volumes, look at the impact. And I know we've talked a lot about BLS ambulances and the support of those rigs. One of the things that I've said is that the ability to have AVL or automatic vehicle locating and through the CAD, there is definitely some opportunities. My only thing is that we've waited for the new CAD for a period of time, and I think we're just at the point where we need to be able to move forward and try some of these things and see what the impact is. And in my career, what I've learned is that there may be something that is set up in the beginning of this or an expectation where we end up a year, 2 years, or 3 years down the road could look very different. But if we don't take these first steps, it's never going to get us to the other end.
And we've said that all along, even from the outset, Chief Rudnicki and Director Gildone, about being able to course correct or at least make a change throughout time. So whatever those final pieces are, don't want to get in front of the groups that are putting that information together too much. That meeting will continue. We'll look towards getting a final plan by probably the first part of June for that final push there to get everything logistically worked out. The pilot piece and being able to collect some of that data and information is going to be big for us.
I had an opportunity the other day to drive by the new Station 68 out there. It is coming along, and I know they've got some dates for some stuff coming up. I know when we first went out there, which is coming up probably on about 10 months ago, was the area out there had been graded, but it's amazing how many new houses that are out there right now.
That infrastructure is really going quick. So we're looking forward to that station coming online. Obviously, support services and all the folks that have been involved getting us there. It's been a lot of work. I know the crews are going to be involved in some of the movement. At the end of May there is what we're hopeful for, opening the new station.
End of May we'll do that. And then questions on Old 68 is that we will do some of the tenant improvements that we have to do, and then we'll sell that station.
Yep. You mentioned a couple of the improvements that we're doing. Chief Wagaman's not here right now, but the flooring project is going on. I know last time we had some discussions on the update about flexibility needed. Really appreciate the crews and everybody out there that's been able to work with our own folks from facilities and the contractors. 63 has been completed at this point. As of right now, 106 has started, and then there'll be 3 additional stations after that to get done really in that upgrade of removing the carpet and some of those hard surfaces and things. We're looking forward to getting that done. And so thank you to everybody out there that's been involved with making sure that moves forward.
I think as a project, from what I've heard, is as they pulled up carpet, they're finding we should have probably done this a while ago to get rid of the carpet in there. I know 2 other projects is that they took a Type 3 engine, and just because the supply chain was so long to be able to get it, they converted that, Shay and his group, to a Type 5 on being able to move forward. And then the 3 new Type 1s have arrived, and it's probably 60 days out that they will be able to finish up the loading the equipment and any specialty stuff that we have here onto those apparatus, and then they'll be out in the field here soon also.
A few more things from operations. The 3-year bids have been completed. I know that was a big project every 3 years we run into. Those have all been done, so thanks to everybody involved with that process. And those moves will take effect the first part of May. Not too many large movements of things, but we'll get those taken care of. And then also recently we're able to work together with the staffing team and 522 to update the staffing manual that we've needed to do for a little while. So looking forward to that group continuing to move forward on how we do business for staffing. I know there's some talk about reconvening the group and looking at some more potential efficiencies and positive movement we can make within that to make our processes better. And then next month we've got our 21-1 and 21-2 6-month firefighters probationary check-ins there. Those will be occurring. Welcome to Captain Gardner to the training division. He's in there. He's overseeing the probationary firefighter program. And thank you to Captain Keebler, who transitioned back to the line for all he's done over the last couple of years being in there. And then anything else on that end before we close out with?
I just said closing out with fire season.
Yep. So this morning we had the annual cooperators meeting with CAL FIRE and all our local partners. A great discussion as we talk about not meeting those folks at the back of the tailboard on the incidents, building relationships and updating all the contracts and such. But we are here. It's the end of April. It's going to be, as we talked in the meeting, the grass is already starting to dry out. So we're looking at a transition to wildland staffing here coming up. We're finalizing the dates. Probably sometime mid-May, we'll start looking at turning that switch on in CAD. And then also with the dozer program and the air operations program, upstaffing those so that we're going into that full model for the rest of the summer as we get ready for the worst fire season ever.
It always is. Here we go. The only last thing I have is we're looking forward to the Chiefs forms. We'll start those at the end of May and the 1st of June. Other than that, stay safe out there. If you have any questions or anything that you'd like to bring up, give us a call. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.